Welcome guys. Welcome back to another live stream. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, we're gonna be playing now. It's called Sin's Memories, and Sin is capitalized. So this is Sin Memories. And you guys can be cats now. Hello guys. Welcome. Yeah, you guys should have gotten placed into this stream, but maybe not everyone. We won't be playing this yet. Puppet House, we'll be playing that later in the week. I got a bunch of games. Look at this. You think I got horror games to play for you guys? Yes, I do. But I do gotta abide by certain laws and stuff. So we'll be playing this one. It is a PS4 game, but you can play it on PS5. It comes out in 2 to 3 days, so you'll be able to play it soon. It's a visual novel from P-Cube. Last time we played a P-Cube visual novel game, it was pretty fun. I had a great time playing that. The last time we played one. Yeah. And this is also Mages. They also have like giveaways going on, so go follow them. They have their own giveaways. Mute that. I can't share that audio, sorry. Yeah, it is a very nice little intro though. Called Since Memories Off the Starry Sky. So I can share this, but yeah, I'll get copyrighted claimed from Mages. You guys see okay? Yes. Welcome, Kirby. Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it, dude. Oh my. Okay, hold on. Okay, coming back. There you go. Yeah, you guys can be little kitty cats if you're in the stream. Yeah, I can't play the audio. You guys know copyright, right? This is a very beautiful looking visual novel. Usually nowadays it's like P-Cube. They do really good visual novels. I don't know. Maybe it's them and Mages. Mages is really good too. Mages does really good visual novels. The last one was about like a princess or something. It was really good. That one we can do as much as we want. I'll have to see if after the game's out, if we're allowed to do more. I don't want to get in trouble. And also, some of IFI games, we're not allowed to do anything. Literally. We're not allowed to do any gameplay videos or nothing. Not even showing like an hour or half an hour or anything. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the IFI visual novels is hard to do. I don't know what I asked them and they like don't get back to me. So it's like auto mode wait time. I don't know what to do anymore with them. Skip the voice. Let's get the audio back on. Should be okay now. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. We just gotta. Yeah, they're the only ones still doing yeah, English. What was it on? I don't know what this is. Is this Japanese or Chinese? We need audio settings. And that was half up. Jeez, that was loud. Voices up. Voices in my head up. But there's usually they don't have I don't have problems with copyright with P-Cube. I have problems with copyright on IFI. That's why I try to stay away from the visual novels. But we'll check it out. Okay, you ready? Everything began from those Sin's memories of that day.
約束だよ。
It's a promise.
腹減ってんじゃないか。
Back then.
簡単な仕事があってな。その依頼人にお前にも合わせてみたいと思って。
はい
はい。で、誰なの？どんな仕事？
I was burdened with a sin.
お前はここにいろ。
You stay here.
何言ってんの。俺も行くよ。
What are you talking about? I'm going with you.
待ってよ。待ってくれ、兄貴。
Wait, so if we would have left the normal settings, it would have just played the display language in Japanese? That would have been hard to translate. Yeah, you gotta immediately put it in. I cried out for dear life, and it cleaved through the almost illusory landscape. And it was directed at... Oh my. Yo! How do you even change the settings? How do I get the background off? Oh, there you go. Yay! There's a thumbnail idea, or a screenshot. Ow. There you go. Wah! A familiar face looked down at me. With a breath caught in my throat, I could see my foolish reflection in a pair of dignified black eyes hovering over me. She opened her mouth. What the?
なんだじゃないでしょ、純也。
Yeah. Those dark eyes narrowed as I gave it that non-answer. Her lips curled in a smile, and her hair drifted to the side with a slight tilt of her head. I couldn't help but find each and every moment striking, and only pulled me further from slumber.
純也、寝ぼけてるの？私がわかる？
Are you still half asleep, Junya? Do you know who I am? You're Chihaya.
こんな純也、珍しいわね。
Chihaya giggled, rising to her feet. I'm gonna call her Chichi.
そうよ。私は北条千早。
Chichi. Where are we?
ここは私たちが通う大学。
This is the academy.
あなたは水本純也。私の幼馴染。
His name's Junya, but it's probably Mizumoto. 'Cause usually they say the last name first and the first name last. Maybe. I had finally returned to the real world after being trapped in a dream. Ichi.
そうよ。じゃあ、こちらは誰でしょう？
Chichi mischievously spun her finger out in front of her chest and pointed toward the woman at her side. I knew this person was as well, who this person was as well. Hinata Ize.
正解。よかった。ちゃんと起きたみたいね。
Correct. Thank goodness. It sounds like you're fully awake.
ここで不正解でしたら水をかけようかと思いました。
If you had gotten that answer wrong, I had half a mind to spray you with water. Oh gosh. I gave a half-hearted smile in response, but the look in her eyes behind those glasses told me it had been a joke.
そんな乱暴なことしちゃダメよ。眠り姫を起こすのには
Water, eh?
王子様のキスが一番なんだから。
No need. What's this supposed to mean?
相談があって純也を探してたの。そうしたら 木陰で眠り姫を見つけたってわけ。
I'm clearly not cut out to be Sleeping Beauty. Ugh. My response was cut short by a yawn that I could no longer hold back. I may have been conscious, but I needed a little bit more time to come back to my senses.
大きなあくびね。
My bad. I was up all night, working.
そうだったの？大丈夫？
You did? Are you alright? She looked concerned and leaned toward me, but I gently fended her off with my hand. Bah! No matter how long we had been friends, I honestly thought it was improper for a man to be in such close proximity. Chi-Chi had always been terrible at invading my personal space. I was used to it by now, but... Yeah, I got the hint. It would be bad if people started spreading rumors about our esteemed Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi herself, however, was acting like her usual self, and remained oblivious to our concerns. Chi-Chi and I met a long time ago, back when we were in kindergarten. She didn't quite understand at the time that she was a high-class lady in a different social stratum. If I'd learned anything from living in this area, it was that everyone knew of the distinguished, reputable Hojo family of Sumisora. Chi-Chi's father was an active, loyal politician. Her grandfather had once held a similar position, which made their bloodline all the more prestigious. It was safe to assume that a fine lady like Chi-Chi was nothing short of perfect if she belonged to such an amazing family. She tried not to flaunt her fortunate upbringing, but it was really just something she aspired to hide, even though she actually couldn't. Even so, we were childhood friends, despite my being raised in a normal household. Objectively speaking, even I thought it was weird that I couldn't speak so openly with someone like Chi-Chi. Our university friends had gone so far as to grill me about our conversations, but...
本当に大丈夫？少し休んだ方がいいんじゃない？
I was simply having an ordinary chat with a friend.
千早様、甘やかしてはいけません。
ひなた。
Chi-Chi seemed like she wanted to interject, but Hinata immediately turned her attention back to me and continued.
体調管理も仕事のうちでしょ、純也さん。それに、何でも屋の仕事と学業との両立が大変なのは最初から分かっていた話。それでもやると決めたんだから、やり通しなさい。
It felt like I was being lectured by a teacher or parent, but it didn't make her words any less true. I was left with no choice but to unconditionally surrender.
茶化さないでください。
Hinata looked away, seemingly bashful, but quickly regained her composure.
それに、純也さん。
Also,
徹夜と言いましたが、本当はお仕事ではないでしょ？
Impressive, Hinata. A full surrender. Promptly for the second time, I held up both my hands in defeat, and Hinata sighed as if to say, "Good grief."
バレバレです。
そうなの？
昨日は純也さんが好きな作家の小説の発売日でしたから。
あ、そっか。
Both of you know me so well.
たまたま小さい頃から一緒だっただけでしょ。
そう。たまたま家族ぐるみで15年。
Ichi looked happy back and forth between me and Hinata, somewhat happily. Just as she said, the three of us had been friends since childhood, but...
であれば、純也さんには北条家と付き合いのある人間として、もう少ししっかりしていただきたいものです。
This was the typical template Hinata followed when lecturing me. I need to change the topic. So, you said you need to talk to me or Shuigendo. Geez, that's weird. I think it's Suigendo. That's a really weird name.
それも含めての相談。
It might, like in Korean, that is like
多分
shui,
水
like
源堂
a
にお
W
願いする
sound.
ことになるかな。
But Japanese, I think it's like sui. So maybe it's like Suigendo. I see. In that case, rather than having to repeat yourself twice, let's try to talk to my brother. Okay. That's brother. Crap. I was apparently under that dream's influence. Their expressions faltered simultaneously. Never mind. I'd better get going. I have to work after this, and I'm meeting up with Jin-san. There was honestly no rush, but I didn't want to them to see how pathetic I was. As long as it's not urgent, can we take care of this and another time?
もちろん、仕事を優先してちょうだい。
Of course. Please prioritize your work.
お仕事ならお急ぎください。
They both both nodded. There should be a Y PQ. They both nodded and returned to their usual calm selves, seemingly out of consideration for my feelings. Thank you. I've got to go. You know what? This feels a lot. It feels so similar to the quintessential quintuplets game. Like the music, the atmosphere, everything. Did Mages make that? They might have made that game too. I don't know. I know that was a Spike Chunsoft game though.
純也、お兄さんの夢を見てたのかしら。
Oops. I need to know the controls. That would be... Same manual? Yeah, what are the controls? Because auto is... This is skip, so we don't want to skip. R2 is advance. Or skip. How do you auto? Auto is square. See, every visual novel, sometimes they have a different button. So it's square if we want to do auto. Okay. Actually, though, let's save it really quick. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's saved. Like an official save.
おそらくはこの時期ですので。
もう1年になるのね。ねえ、ひなた。私、冷静を保ってたつもりなんだけど、顔に出てなかった。
心配ないでしょう。千早様には心を隠すなんて芸当できませんからね。
それ、どういう意味？
それに、顔なんて見なくても、千早様のお心は、純也さんには伝わっていますよ。
それは、どういう意味？
行きましょう。おじさまがお待ちです。
あ、ずるい！
Talking time. Let's see. I met up with Jin-san and we drove over to today's work site in the... I don't know how to say this. We're just gonna skip the name for now. We'll call it Sui. Sui company car. Sui. The community-based general store that we, the Mizumoto family, operated. Jin-san was one of our employees. He'd been working for Sui for as long as I could remember, but the exact number of years was lost on me. He was practically a member of the family at this point.
さて、頼むぜ、ジュン。仕事はまあ、いつものって感じだ。
Ah, that's pretty vague, isn't it?
依頼主は材木座の有働さんな。
By the way, guys, if you made it to this point in the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more videos. We do visual novels, but I'm not allowed to like stream the whole thing. Like any visual novel, most of the time you can't stream the whole game. So if you enjoy any of it, you can go and check it out yourself, wishlist it. Maybe it goes on sale and it'll show up like this game's on sale if you wishlist the game. You can also, I think, wishlist on PlayStation as well. Oh, sure. You got it. With Sui being a general store, it was our job to pretty much do anything and everything. It was mostly physical labor, ranging from staples, like weeding and moving assistance, to minor household repairs and downtown crowd control. We genuinely did everything. We're often asked to perform a wide variety of odd one-off jobs for local residents, but there were some exceptions with our regular customers needing the usual, which was great and all, but I wasn't an official Sui employee. It was in my third year of university, so my primary occupation was that of a student. Although I was a member of the family, I only worked part-time.
しかし晴れてくれてよかったぜ。この仕事は雨じゃ厳しいからな。
Jin-san was right. I couldn't work with this particular job with ease under clear skies. With Jin-san at the steering wheel, I was left to rock the car's oscillations in the passenger seat. The lack of sleep and steady rocking of the vehicle almost made it feel like an adult-sized cradle. But I couldn't afford to doze off. You got a job to do with me.
しかし、遅刻なんて純らしくないな。俺じゃあるまいし。
Still, it's weird for me. Jin-san glanced at me out of the corner of his eye. I stayed up later than I meant to, reading a book. Oh, don't tell me, my old man. I'll treat you to a drink later.
買収には乗らねえぞ、ジュン。
I'm not gonna take your bribe, Jun. His strict stance only lasted for a second before he flashed me a wide grin.
2本だ。
Make it 2. Fine. Despite what he said, I could picture Jin-san handing the second drink to me after work. That was the kind of person he was. He'd likely say, I can do whatever I want with what's given to me, right?
なんだ
It's nothing.
20分で着く。眠いなら寝てていいぞ。
We'll be there in 20 minutes. Oh, whoa. Stop that. When we stopped at a red light at an intersection. What is it doing? It's on auto somehow. Okay. That's the wrong way.
何
There we go. I don't know why it did that. I didn't touch anything. Your blinker. We're not headed to the right.
ああ、海沿い通りたい気分でさ。
Jin-san? I gave him a deliberate glare, earning a resigning smile in return.
あったよ。 今日は山登りコースだ。
Fine, we'll take the mountain route. When the light turned green, he urged the car to the left. There was a long hilly road up ahead. Sorry to be a pain.
そんなんじゃねえよ。
I'm all right now, okay?
自分で言うやつは大抵大丈夫じゃないんだよ。
Aha. After a short while, Jin-san quietly murmured to himself.
1年か。
Yeah. A year had passed since then. My older brother Takaya Mizumoto had died in a traffic accident. He was 7 years older than me, and everyone looked up to him. Well, now it just got dark. Yes, he was my brother and everyone's hero. Although he could be strict at times, he was kind, dependable, and would always lend a helping hand if someone asked for it. I'm sure it would sound fake if I were to say he could make friends with anyone, but he was genuinely that sort of person. Takayaka was, in reality, always at the center of any interpersonal groups, whether it was among friends, with the locals, or otherwise. Maybe I could call him a facilitator. He was truly skilled at making connections with people and bringing them together. Planets congregated and revolved around the radiant sun in a smooth, miraculous fashion. That was the sort of person he had been. From where I stood, everyone had always looked so happy whenever they were with him. He never ceased to amaze me, and I was genuinely excited to watch him when I was younger. Heroes really do exist. That's my big brother. That was the sort of impression I had of him. But I started to see things for what they really were. The differences between myself and him. Although we were siblings, we couldn't be more different. I didn't have the sort of personality that attracted others. I could be kind to everyone, but I didn't have the wisdom nor the strength to help those in need. Unlike him, I wasn't the sun. Nothing went smoothly with me at the center. Everyone has something they are good at. If you want to find out what that is, you need to connect with others, or be with those people who become even better people when you're with them. He had once said that to me. It wasn't an especially difficult situation, but I couldn't be like him.
おい、じゃ
あ
あ、なんだ。悪かったよ。
Why are you apologizing, Jin-san? If anything, I should apologize to him, as everything he said was true.
まだ1年か。
That's right. Our conversation trailed off. We made our way up the mountain without slowing down. Oh, they decided to cut it out, huh?
Hi.
Yes.
こんにちは。昨日お電話いただきました。水源堂です。
はいはい、今行きます。
Yo ho! She tottered down the hall. She tottered down the hall with a heap of books in her hand, and headed for the stairs. How many dozens more trips would we make with these today?
しかしよくまあこんなに溜め込むもんだ。前に来てから半年も経ってないのに。
You're right. Uto-san was a regular client of Sui. She was quite a bookworm who had crammed her apartment full of books. Over the last couple of years, she would call and arrange for us to deliver her books to the second-hand book drop-off whenever she eventually ran out of space to sleep.
ま、お客様の事情に口を出すのは仕事じゃねえな。しかしじゃん、それ多くないか？こけんなよ。
I can handle it. As I said, I went to go down the stairs ahead of Jin-san when I ran into a small girl who had just about raced down the stairs. Oof. I nearly dropped the pile of books, but somehow managed to keep my balance.
言わんこっちゃない。半分持つよ。
Please do.
すみません。考え事してて。
The girl I had bumped into bowed her head apologetically. She was shorter than Mizora. Possibly a high schooler. No, maybe a middle schooler. Nah, it's my fault. I guess I should ask, but you didn't hurt yourself, right?
いえ、大丈夫。
The girl looked at me with her mouth still slightly ajar. Kind of an unusual reaction. Are you sure you're okay? Is something off with me? Let me see this one. Something off about me. The girl's shoulders bounced with a start. She was terribly surprised, but all I'd done was to speak to her. Oh, yes. With that, the girl slipped by me, headed toward the room furthest inside, all but dove in to get away, then closed the door. What the?
一目惚れじゃない？順位
No,
が年下に
don't
モ
you
テるか
start.
ら、愛のちゃんにライバル登場だな。
I think YouTube got the number way wrong, because first, I just looked over at your chat. Thank you for all the putting in love, Kirby. It was a 2, and then it just all of a sudden flipped to a 5. Maybe they got the number upside down. Jin-san looked incredibly amused. And wait, why bring up Aino-chan's name? There.
くれぐれも法
Aino-chan.
律に触れることすんなよな。
That's a really hard name to say. Would you lay off and help me load this stuff up?
へいへい。
That appears to be everything, and as always, we will be taking these books into our care.
次も頼むね。
The room was fairly pristine, but it would likely be packed with books in less than 6 months. Sooner or later, these books would fall over, and she'd find herself in a real dilemma about after they swallowed her up. But that wasn't for me to worry about. Alright, please excuse me. I bowed politely and hopped in the car where Jin-san was. Now
本
then.
屋でも行こうかな。
Mhm.
ああずさちゃん。騒がしくてごめんなさいね。
今の人たちは
水源堂だよ。何でも屋の。
何でも屋ですか？
便利な連中だよ。この辺では重宝されてる。八幡宮のあたりに店があるんだ。あずさちゃんも何かあったら頼むといいよ。
八幡宮のあたり。
いいかな。じゃあ私は本屋行くから。
あ、すみません。ありがとうございました。
いいよ。あずさちゃんと話せてよかった。
水源堂。 なことって、そんなことって。
Something's going on, man. This game's getting different. This is my stop. Oh, no more auto. I had him park in front. Jin-san headed to me with the vendor of the drop-off location for the secondhand books, which is where they were appraised. I wouldn't be of much help if I did tag along, so I had him drop me off along the way.
ガソリン代を節約しようなんてさすが跡継ぎ。一発に経営意識が芽生えてるな。
It's not like that. My old man said as much as the other day. If you use our vehicles for personal use, it's going to come out of your salary.
おやっさんがよく言う冗談だよ。知ってんだろ。
You know, he says that all the time. Haha, the truth is, Mizora asked me to grab stuff for dinner.
それなら仕方ない。社長命令よりミソラちゃん命令の方が優先度は高い。
Misora was my little sister. I wish we could just call her Sora. How about that? I like Sora better, so we're gonna call her. Try to say Mimi or Sora. Okay. She was going to be a third-year student in high school this spring and would soon have her hands full with the entrance exams, which is another thing that in Korea that's a very big thing. In Japan, I guess it's very big too. Still, she spared no effort when it came to the household chores and finding bargains, and she always made sure to text me a shopping list over Choco. Then again, her entrance exams are coming up, and I'd like to lighten her workload.
いや、ミソラちゃん自身がいらない気
What a
遣いだ
kind
って
brother.
怒るんじゃない
You
か。
know?
家事は自分の役目だってさ。
Yeah, you're probably right. We had no mother in our home. She got sick and passed away shortly after Sora enrolled in elementary school. Our father and our brother had raised us ever since. At some point along the way, Mimi had taken over all the housework and was promoted to our manager at Sui. Neither I nor the old man could defy her. Alright, would you mind taking care of the
はい
rest?
よ。今日は直帰する。晩も明日戻すから。
Jin-san waved to me from the car window and took off. Alright, let's knock out this shopping. Just now. No, I must be seeing things. Kanagawa Prefecture, Sumisora City. It was common knowledge that this was one of the primary tourist locations that represented the entire Kanto region. Tourists traveled far and wide year-round to check out the various shrines and temples, like the Sumisora Buddha statue, the Sumisora Hachiman shrine, as well as the Array. What the F is that name? Benzaiten Shrine. Jeez. These are some hard words. You guys can, if you're mad about the way I'm pronouncing things, just help me out and message down below. Put a comment. Don't get mad. Don't dislike the video because I didn't pronounce it right. These are hard words. Do you know how to say this? If you do, please help me out. The autumn months were especially packed with students on field trips. Beachgoers littered the coast over the summer, and there was often a huge turnout at Ashikajima. So now this is not hard. See this? Ashikajima. That's easy. Where there was an aquarium famous for its dolphin shows. But these are probably actual names. Like, these are actually Japanese names. This upcoming Golden Week peak travel season for this city. Although the beach wasn't open to the public yet, droves of people came to the Buddha statue, Hachiman's shrine, and Ashikajima. looking for a good time. There was a sharp decline in visitors last year due to a record-setting infectious outbreak, but everyone was excited to make up for lost time. This simultaneously meant an increase in work for Sui, the local general store. Small-time requests, they do, at least they are, like, if you forgot what their store's name, like, what that name is of, that is their store, the store they work at. So they keep bringing it up. That's good. For people with short memory or didn't read or forgot to read it before or didn't know what that was. Or maybe they forgot. Such as door hinges in a poorly shaped or cracked tile on a person's floor came in on a daily basis, while my old man took on the majority of those tasks. The clients would pay the shop, and then Sui would take its cut. Once all was said and done, I would use what money I earned to purchase ingredients for today's dinner. You could really feel the economy moving. Looking at Mimi's list, yep, bought everything.
Oi! Jun-chan!
Jun-chan! That is hilarious. At the greengrocer across the street, the shopping district chairman waved to me as he walked over. Hello.
ちょうどよかった。
I like his
修
voice
理の
actor.
話、あれいつ頃になりそう？
The sunshade, right? The parts should arrive tomorrow. The chairman's shop had mobile-style sunshades, awnings, to use the proper name, which were old and moved poorly. To Sui, performed annual maintenance. The awnings themselves had been installed decades ago, and they utilized odd-shaped bolts. These had poor mobility once they were worn out, so we swapped them out periodically, but the manufacturer had long since gone out of business, so there was nowhere to procure them now. My father had asked a favor of a factory he was familiar with and had them manufacture the bolts on a made-to-order basis. These were the sorts of jobs the general shop undertook when they had long-held roots in their local area. I can handle the installation myself, and we should be able to make it in time for the weekend, even if the company president is away.
助かるよ。ところで、あの子は友達かい？
Huh? I looked to where the chairman pointed.
あれ？いなくなっちまった。小さな女の子が、ジュン君をじっと見つめてたように見えたんだが。
Maybe a friend of... You notice how even though I got over that, it didn't skip the audio? That's nice. Maybe a friend of Mimi's? She does come to the office once in a while.
いや、そんな感じでもなかったけどな。まあいいや。じゃあ、頼んだよ。
Yes, sir. I will let the company president know. Once the chairman's went back into the shop, I turned back around once more. Komachi Dori was the same as ever, and there was no way a girl would be leering at me. Oh well. I think this is where we're gonna stop whenever we get to the next part. Let's see. Once you left and walked along the path that crossed in front of the shrine, you would find the office. The office was only occupied a small corner of what it was essentially my residence. I lived together with my sister Mimi and my father Washio. I'm gonna call him Wawa. My father was one of the founders of Sui, and they actually said it like that. They said it slower. They said like Sui Gendo. They said it like slowly. Although the company primarily focused on manual labor, it was a valued business in the local area. My father and Jinsan were the only two full-time employees, while Mimi and I helped out part-time. The office remained locked while my father and Jinsan were out of the office, which left Mimi to tend to the shop once she got home from school. Just as I was about to unlock the door, I happened to sense someone watching me from behind. I kept my hand on the handle and looked and turned back to look. There was street traffic. There was street traffic, but nobody looking at me. Just my imagination. Is it just my imagination? This may have been a lingering, bizarre midday dream I had had. I'm back. I did the shopping.
おかえりなさい、ジュニア。
Okay, I'm gonna put it on auto for now. I need to get some water.
「お仕事の邪魔しちゃ悪いでしょ。私たちも今来たところだから。」
私たちが来たら愛乃ちゃんと飛び出していきましたよ。
鬼ピが帰ってくるまで店番よろしくって。愛乃ちゃんは留守番しなくていいのかなって言ってたけどね。優しいお兄さんね。私も妹が欲しかったな。そんな風に普通だよ普通とか言ってみたい。
千早様、お話の続きを。
あ、そうね。純也、さっきの話の続き今してもいい？そうなるのかもしれないけど、まだその手前の話かな。おじいさまの家覚えてる？小さい頃3人で遊んだことがあるんだけど。それ覚えててくれたのね。だってずいぶん昔のことでしょ。忘れていてもおかしくないってひなたが。
純也さんですから。いえ、別に。
私はきっと覚えてくれてるって信じてたわよ。そっか。去年おじいさまが亡くなった後、 旧宅の管理をどうするかなかなか決まっていなかったの。お父様にお願いして私がリノベーションさせてもらうことにしたの。
それはイノベーションです。リノベーションは家を修復すること。はあ、もう成人してるんだから常識人になってください、純也さん。
私も妹だ。違うわ。リフォームは老朽化した家を元に戻すことだから。元に戻すんじゃなくて大掛かりに作り変えたいのよ。そうじゃないの。私ね、あの家でお店を開きたいの。そう、人が集まるようなね。そのお手伝いを純也にお願いしたいの。
千早様のご希望に私が口を挟むことはありません。
何を？もちろん。高谷じゃない。 知ってる。純也、お茶でも飲んでいただいたら？高谷さんのお知り合いなんでしょ？なんでそんな風に笑えるの？お前のせいだ。お前のせいで、お前のせいで高谷は死んだんだ。お前が殺したんだ。
Sorry about that. I was parched, guys. Oh yeah. I heard I saw I'm watching it. It's just I'm parched. So after this we'll stop it there. It's very beautiful though. It's okay so far. It's not like this is the best visual novel ever, but it is very beautiful. The writing's fine so far. We'll see how it goes. I wish we could stream the whole thing and react to it for you. But unlike Spike Chunsoft, they gave us like free. They didn't give us any rules. Like we didn't have like you can play it as much as you can with quintessential quintuplets. Some games you're not allowed to do that. So we'll try to do as much as we can right now. I'm gonna switch it to the last game. It's been a long time. We've been playing for a while. And this is Mages also as well. Mages and P-Cube working together. Mages works with a lot of them. They have a lot of visual novels, I guess. It's kind of like Idea Factory and Compile Heart. Compile Heart has a lot of visual novels like Otome games, and they work together with Axis Games. And Axis Games has some good visual novels. They do a little quality control with their games. And is someone else here? Yay, Master, welcome back. We're gonna stop it here. It was quiet. Yes, we're gonna stop there. It's fine so far. Like I said, it's a fine game. I'm just gonna stop it right there. It looks like we got through 7 parts of it. And we're gonna switch to the last game. Is a horror game, and I'm only can share like a little bit of it, but they allow me to share some. I can't share anything else though, so we'll do a little bit of that game as well. Okay. Thank you, P-Cube, for providing the game. I do appreciate it. My audience appreciates it too. If you ever want to do any type of giveaway with me in the future, let me know and we can do a giveaway. My fans love it. I love being able to help my fans get free games. That's the thing I really like. Like, I don't care like if my video does bad or anything. It's nice if it does well, but I really like helping out my fans and giving them free games. Like, I even purchase them games. Right, guys? If we get to a large amount, usually I'll give out free games. And thank you, Brigade. You're here, but we're going to be leaving soon. But you can watch the video and play it back and leave a comment if you want. We're going to be going over to the Coma 2B. That's a visual novel, or not a visual novel, a Korean horror game. I think the original was in a school. I can't remember, but I thought I streamed that for you guys. Maybe it was on Twitch, so that was probably why. Twitch doesn't save the VODs, so it probably was on Twitch, and I just never converted it to YouTube. But we're gonna check out it's like the 3rd game in the series. It's 2B. And check out that game next. If you want me to continue playing this up until a certain point, let me know down in the comments, okay? And I'll see you guys next time. Like the video, subscribe, comment. And I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.